Tell me if you really there. Don't make me fall in love again if he won't be here next year.
Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, welcome. How's it going? I hope it's going good. My name is Shana, the Shanabelle. Thank you so much for clicking on this video. So today will be another pick a card reading, and today's topic will be messages from your future self. So the pictures that you will meditate on to pick your piles and out piles that most resonate to you will be coming up soon. And I'll see you guys in your reading.
Christmas all around, and I'm trying to play it cool, but it's hard to focus when I see you walking across the room. Let us know.
Pile number one, if you pick the photo of the living room with the Christmas tree, then everything is beige and white, okay? Those are my favorite colors. And everything's Christmas themed for this holiday, okay? But it's like a living room. It has a TV on the wall with a fireplace with stockings, and then like a really pretty coffee table that's like a beige and white, and a Christmas tree, and like a knit blanket that's so cute. And I think the couch is like, then you can see a little bit of the couch in the corner, and it's gray. And also the rug is really cute. Anyway, I'm getting too into the photo. But if you pick this photo, then this is the reading for you. So Lord Heavenly Father, please tap me into pile number one's energy. So I may deliver these messages to them with accuracy and precision, honesty and truth, for the good of all and harm to none. Lord Heavenly Father, please send any negative energy that's been sent to my pile number one back to the sender tenfold. Amen. Okay, so we're going to get into your reading. I'm going to be pulling from 3 different tarot decks because I think that's my favorite way of doing readings, honestly. And yeah, so we're gonna get into it. Lord Heavenly Father, messages from, well, actually, let's call in your higher self. So Lord Heavenly Father, help me call in pile number one's higher self so I can deliver these messages to them. Okay. What messages do their higher self have for them? This is the Stella Luna tarot deck. I was sent this, and it's the newest deck that I have, and it's a little hard to shuffle because the cards get stuck together, but I'm hoping if I like use it and break it in, it will like work better because I actually really like this deck, like the illustrations. So what messages do your higher self have? Okay, we have the Tower. What messages, were you going through a dark night of the soul, or like now getting out of it, or like going through it right now? Messages from your higher self. We have 2 of Wands. Okay, yeah, it's most definitely giving like transformation, transformative energy, and like quantum leaping, like completely changing your life, so complete and sudden like upheaval. Okay, messages from your higher self. Messages from pile number one's higher self. Okay, we're gonna be patient. Let's just, okay, should I take these? They said nah, but we have the 2 Pentacles. I feel like this one's gonna come out because it came out twice. Oh my gosh. No, I'm gonna take it, and I'll show you why. It's the 2 of Pentacles, 7 of Cups, and then the 2 of Cups at the bottom of the deck. I'm gonna take that, okay, because we have 3 2s coming out, 2 2 2. And when the first 2 came out, I was like, yeah, it's giving 2 2 2, like, you know, balance, harmony, love, wholeness, like just like fulfillment. Is giving yin and yang, you know. And then we have the High Priestess at the bottom of the deck. Okay, so messages from you, pile number one, from your higher self. No, future self, my apologies. Messages from your future self. Messages from your future self. Okay, so your future self is telling you that, it's saying that there is, you just either went through a really huge change in your life, or you are going through that change in your life, or you just completed a huge change in your life. But regardless, in a few weeks, a few months, I'm hearing like by the end of this month, by the end of this year, if you're watching this when I post this, by the end of this year, if you're watching this later, like after the end of the year, then later after this month. But then again, it could also be within a year from now. So this time, whatever time you're watching it, within a year from now, your life will look completely different. You will be completely different. You're going to have experienced a lot of things. You could travel a lot within a year from now, like within now to the end of within 365 days for you. You're going to have traveled a lot and seen a lot of new things and experienced a lot of new things, which is going to cause your mindset to shift, the way you view life, your perspective, and also you're just going to gain a lot of experience, and not just experience from reading a book or something like that, but or like going to school. You're going to gain experience from seeing the world. You're going to gain worldly experience. Okay, with the Two of Pentacles, your finances is going to be up and down, but that's not necessarily a bad thing. We're also seeing stock, like the stock market, so you could be investing in stocks a lot, and then you're going to gain money, get a lot of money from stocks. Okay, but what I'm saying with your money, you might be going up and down. I'm seeing that you're going to be saving a lot for things. So you're going to say you're saving for a house, for like the down payment of a house. You have to save like $50,000, right? Then you're going to buy the house. So now that money that you saved up, like you saved up a lot of money, but now you spent all that money because you put the down payment for the house. So now you have less money, right? But at least now you have an asset. Some people call it a liability, other people call it asset. We're not getting into that right now, but basically your money went into something, and something that's going to benefit you long term, right? Could be a car. Cars are liabilities, though. I don't care what nobody says. Cars is a liability, but it's a liability that can help you get more money, you know, so that's fine. Or it could be like, again, stocks, or like just buying things that's an investment that's going to help improve your life. Like say you buy a camera, you do content creation, you do YouTube, you buy a new camera, and then the camera helps improve your content, so on and so forth. Like things like that. Doesn't necessarily have to be the case. Like say you just saved, you had a bunch of money, you were saving up, and then you have to pay for tuition for college, you know, things like that. Okay, or to take the MCAT. That's what it's called, you know, like you know, yeah, or the board exam, you know. There you go. You gotta spend money to make money. So you're spending money to make money. The Seven of Cups. You're going to, I say this a lot, but as you should, I should say this a lot. You're going to have a lot of sources of income. The average millionaire has 7 sources of income. With the Seven of Cups, I feel as though you're going to have 7. Your future self is saying you're going to have 7 sources of income. If you don't see that, make it happen. Your future self is letting you know now, by the end, within 365 days, you better have these 7 sources of income. No one's saying you have to be making millions of dollars from each income, but make sure you have 7 sources of which you can make money off of. Okay? So figure out, write in your journal or whatever the case is, the 7 places that you plan on having these sources of income coming in, and then make sure that you're building every single day on those incomes. So if your first one's your 9-to-5 job, that's number 1. If you monetize your TikTok, that's number 2. If you monetize your YouTube, that's number 3. If you do affiliate links, that's number 4. If you do brand deals, that's number 5. You know, whatever the case, if you do music, like then and you put out music and streaming and then you make royalties, that's number 6. That's number 6, yeah. And then, you know, if you do shows and people pay you for shows, that's 7. There you go. I don't know if I lost count and like said the same number twice, but those are just ideas. There's 1,000,006 other ways to do it. Maybe you want to be a dog walker. Maybe you want to do like audiobooks. Maybe you want to have like an online digital product that you sell. Maybe you do I have a lot of tarot readers who watch me. Maybe you do like personal readings, or you know, you have a Patreon, like things like that. Every single one of those things is another source of income. So what you're going to do right now, you are going to write down and plan out the 7 sources of income if you don't have 7 already. And then within now and the 365 days, you're going to work. Well, right now you're going to write down the 7 sources of income. Before the end of the month, you're going to have each one of them in place. Then by the end of this year, you're going to have a good amount of income coming from each one. So maybe it's like every month you want to pick one that you're putting a lot of time and focus on, so you can make sure that you have a nice source of income coming in from there, and you get the habits, like you develop your daily habits that you have to do in order to keep that income coming in. And then after that month, you can pick another one, but you keep those same habits with that one, so you can still have that money coming in. Because once you stop those habits, once you stop doing that everyday daily routine that you was doing to bring in that money in the first place, the money stops too. So make sure that you're continuing to implement those daily routines, even though you're moving on to the next source of income. Okay. Maybe you don't have to do it as often, because like YouTube, say you monetize the YouTube, like say you have to take a month or whatever to get the subscribers and the watch hours, and then after that month you have the income coming in. Maybe you don't have the time to post every single day anymore, or how much times you was posting. Maybe you want to do at least one video a week or whatever after then, but at least you still have that monetization coming in. The money might slow down, but you're moving on to the next one, so you can also bring in that source of income. And then once you get comfortable with each 7, then you have more time to have a more like consistent balance. 2 have a nice consistent balance and harmonize your routine, and make sure, like, maybe instead of posting once a week on your YouTube channel, you can post 3 times a week, 4 times a week, because you're not hyper focused on one thing. Now you're focused on every single one of them at the same time, bringing in income from each one. And also bonus points if each source of income overlaps with each other, right? Like I said, say you do YouTube, you do affiliate links, you do like private readings, and then you do music. Okay, this is literally my life. The YouTube, right? You do YouTube, the affiliate links, you can the videos that you make on YouTube, you can have them. What am I saying? The videos that you make on YouTube, you can have them correlate with the things that you're buying or the things you're linking, right? So for example, I do tarot card readings. I'm going to use me as an example. I do tarot card readings, right? That's what I do on YouTube. I do pick a card tarot readings. I link the tarot and oracle decks that I use in the description box, as well as the things that you can see in my setting or my setup, right? My living room, I link the things I have in my living room setup, and then the things I have in my kitchen setup, right? So if anybody wants any of those things, they can always just check the description box or go to my Amazon storefront and then purchase whatever it is that they want, right? They don't actually have to ask me. They can just go in the affiliate, they can go into my description box and purchase it. Then I make a commission off of that, right? On top of that, then what else did I say? Private readings. Yeah, I have my private readings linked in my description box, as well as my Patreon. Those are 2 other sources of income. So now there's 4 sources of income, right? Then I also do music. So then I can always promote my music in my videos. By the way, I dropped 3 singles on the 11th of December. Go stream them under theshanabelle on Apple Music. I'm going to try to remember to link them in the description box. Link my album in the description box. Well, they call it a single because it's only 3 songs, but you know, yeah, okay. And then especially with the High Priestess being on the deck, you very much so could be somebody who's intuitive, or that these are just things that you always want to do. Like maybe you have been dreaming and imagining, you know, doing certain things to bring in income, but you've just been sitting on it and haven't really been taking the steps to do it. Your future self is telling you it's time. Stop sitting on it. It is time. Make sure you write it down right now and make sure it is in place, like you implement it before the end of this month, because the next 365 days is not about you dreaming and thinking about you doing it. It's you putting in the work. So by the end of the 365 days, you have an income coming in from each one of them. And then any year from now on, it's not even you trying to build, it's not you trying to implement new things. It's just you building on what you already have and working towards that $1 million now. Okay, you're meant to be a millionaire. You're going to be a millionaire. And this is the year. 365 days from now, starting today, a year from now, is you're gonna have everything in place where you can see yourself being a millionaire. Now, it will no longer be a dream or a far-fetched idea or a fantasy. It's going to be a goal, like a reachable, tangible goal, and you can see it happening. With the 2 of Cups, these are going to be things that you are very much so in love with. You're going to very much so love your life. Your future self is in love with their life. Your future self is highly, highly, highly in love with their life, highly, highly in love with you, in love with themselves, right? So they're in love with you, meaning your present day, who you are now, because you did the work to make them who they are today, and now they're in love with who they are today, right? So make sure you are doing that work. Don't listen to this reading and then not actually do what I'm saying, okay? This is your future self coming to let you know that you got it. You got it, okay? This person is living lavishly. This person is living that life you always dreamed of living, okay? You just make sure you do the work, because if you don't, then it won't happen, okay? There's many times I watch readings and I was just like, oh, they said this was gonna happen and then it didn't happen. Yeah, because I never actually acted on what it was, okay? I could have even had an idea and I started working on it, and then I watched the reading and it was like, oh yeah, you're gonna be rich or whatever, or you're gonna be successful. And then I stopped doing what I was doing in order for me to be attracted to that reading in the first place, for them to tell me that. So then it didn't work out the way it was supposed to. So make sure that you're just implementing it and you stay consistent. Consistency, you have to work really hard for 365 days. We have 9 of Cups, wish fulfillment. Oh, also your person is also, you'll also end up with your soulmate. Spoiler alert. You end up with your soulmate. And this could be somebody who you always knew you were going to end up with, somebody you always dreamed of being with, yada yada, with the High Priestess. You could have seen them in your dreams, or like when you meditate, you wish and pray and hope and pray that you're going to end up with this person. Like you are. You are. Spoiler alert. We have the Ace of Swords. We have the Queen of... yeah, we're going to take it. Yeah, perfect. Wait. No, this is too many cards. Sorry, I was going to take it, but too many cards came out. If it was 3 cards, I would have taken it, but 4 cards came out, so. That's just from your higher self. That's just from your higher self. They're going to have to get that message out in 3 cards because I don't know what to tell them. I don't have space for a 4th one. Messages from your higher self, please. I most definitely should. Okay, there we go. We have the Ace of Cups in the middle of your reading. You could also be getting engaged. If you're a man, you could be buying a ring for somebody. We have the 3 of Pentacles. Told you. That card, that was one of the cards that came out before when I was like, it's too many cards. Is my tongue it? Is it red? No, I don't think it is. I'm sorry. I need to use my viewfinder as a mirror. That's crazy. Okay. Messages from your higher self. We have the Justice card. Okay. Oh, you deserve this. We have the Page of Wands. This is gonna be a happy year for you. It's gonna be a really happy, fun year for you. You're gonna enjoy the process, I promise. It might be a lot of work, but it's a lot of work that you enjoy doing, okay? Like, you're gonna, if you have a 9-to-5 and you wanna leave your 9-to-5, you're gonna be able to leave it by the end of this year, because you're gonna be taking that money that you're earning from your 9-to-5 and pouring it in to all these projects that you have. And you're also going to be collaborating with a bunch of people that's going to help you. We have the Wheel of Fortune. This was the Light Seers Tarot, and this is the Modern Witch Tarot. Yeah, so you're going to have wish fulfillment. You're going to be talking to a lot of new people. More people are going to fall in love with you. Temperance, like if you do something that's in the limelight, and that's not necessarily, like say you do like social media, then you're going to have a lot more fans, like loyal, supportive fans who are going to spend money on you to help you, like they're going to take your recommendations, they're going to purchase whatever it is that you put out. Like you're going to have people who are supportive of you basically and want to see you do good and love the things that you recommend and just love the things that you do and put out anyway. So they're going to, I'm seeing that meme where they like just take my money. It's basically going to be like that. We have the King of Cups. Also, you're going to be in a relationship with somebody who also, if you're a man, you might end up with somebody broke. I'm not... Oh, because we have the King of Cups here, okay? Also, I'm seeing that you guys are going to marry for love. You're not going to be marrying for money. We have the High Priestess coming out again. And we also have the Page of Wands. Again! The Page of Wands was at the bottom of this deck. That's fun. And then we have the Fool at the bottom of this deck. So we have Pisces, Aries, Libra, Sagittarius, Leo, Aquarius, Scorpio, Taurus, Pisces again, and Scorpio again. Yeah. Technically every sign is present since we have every suit, but I'm going based off of the major arcana cards for signs, okay? So again, every sign is present, but the most prominent ones is Sagittarius, Leo, Taurus, Scorpio, Aquarius, Pisces, Scorpio, I said that already. Yeah. Sagittarius, Libra. Leo, yeah. Okay, that's all of them. Okay. Sun, Moon, Rising, Jupiter, and Venus. I always work with those planets. Just assume it's gonna be those 3, 4, 5. Okay, but yes. So somebody come up on a video the other day and was like, I don't understand why tarot readers like to say zodiacs. It's a general reading. So many people's watching it. It doesn't matter. Because some people like to hear it. People like confirmation. Like, relax. Okay? It's not that serious. It's not that real. They're cards. They're just like, relax. But Anyway, but yeah, so you're gonna be very happy, very joyful in the future. You're also gonna be very much so in love and feel very comfortable. I also see you having children, and this is confirmation. If you've been praying for that, yes, you're going to have that. Also, I'm seeing a proposal like so hard, and you might be feeling like your person's gonna propose to you soon, or like ask you out or whatever. Like the person has, you might have like an intuitive inkling or whatever the case is, that your person or whoever it is that you're interested in, like your love interest, your partner, whatever the case is, has been thinking about that with you, or you've been thinking about it, or both. Or you guys could have even had a conversation with the Ace of Swords. You guys could have even had a conversation about it. But if you haven't yet, they will soon. And this is for, I keep hearing confirmation, but that's not what I mean to say. This is confirmation. It has to be confirmation for something. Maybe you felt as though you wasn't lovable or something, like lovable, whatever the case, or you wasn't worthy of getting married. That's confirmation that you are, one. But two, this is also justice for you for the things you went through in the past. So if you've been heartbroken, whatever the case is, like you guys are each other's good karma. You guys could have both dated people outside of your demographic, people who have been wounded and took it out on you, and you have came to something, like you have aligned with somebody who is, I want to say on your level, because I want to just like not on your level, but like on the same level of like healed and everything that you are, basically. And you guys are more so healed. So if you are into, if you're religious, then like a godly, if you're like Christian, then like a godly woman, you're a godly woman or whatever, a godly man, and then they're whatever it is you're interested in, a godly woman, a godly man, like that type of thing. If you, or you're just like both healed, or you're both like really spiritual and you like tapped in, tuned in, turned on type of thing, like whatever it is, you guys are a perfect balance. Again, with the 222s, you guys are a perfect balance for each other, and you guys are helping each other heal from the wounds that you have had from dating in the past. Okay, also you guys are just going to be really good at working together, like really good partners, and working together and balancing each other out. Like I'm seeing, like sometimes the woman will take care of the things, and then sometimes the men will. Like I'm seeing that, like sometimes the woman will pay for things, sometimes the man will pay for things. Sometimes the woman will be cooking and cleaning, sometimes the man will be cooking and cleaning. I'm seeing that it wouldn't really matter. I'm also seeing like a joint bank account. So again, it wouldn't really matter who's paying for anything, because you guys have the same bank account. Like it really does not matter who's paying for it. You guys have the same bank account. It doesn't matter. You guys probably still do have a bank account on your own, especially with the 3 of Pentacles. It's gonna be at least 3 bank accounts, like a joint one, your own, and then your spouse's own. So that, you know, sometimes you guys will be sending each other money for your personal bank account to spoil each other, or if you want to get like the other person like a nice present or whatever the case is, you'll use it from your own personal bank account. But then when it comes to like paying the bills and things like that, there's a joint bank account, so it doesn't really matter who's paying the bills. It's coming out of the joint bank account. Okay. I'm also seeing like you're like the woman being able to take the man's card and go shopping, and like the man not caring about it. Like I remember this time when my mom's car, well, like it didn't break down, but it was like making weird noises. So she was like, so she called my dad, her husband, and he came and picked her up and I think she left her car there. I think he got her Uber home. Then my dad got her car and took it to his mechanic friend. And then it got, like, they fixed it. And then my dad was like, oh yeah, so it was this much money. And my mom was like, okay. And my dad was like, so do you want to like chip in for it? And my mom was like, no. And then my dad was like, okay. And then my dad left. And then my mom looked at me and she was like, no, she didn't even look at me. She was on her phone. She was playing a game on her phone. And like, and she was like, yeah, because he needs to spend money on me. He hasn't spent money on me in a minute. I was like, no, because I was so weak, because I was like, no, for real, like, what? Because I remember when when I was a child, my dad used to always buy my mom jewelry, but she literally still to this day just keeps all the jewelry in like a drawer. She doesn't even use it, and I'm just like, Mommy, why don't you use the jewelry? Like, can I? She wouldn't give it to me, but she won't even use it herself. Like, let's be so for real. Anyway, yes. So you're gonna be very abundant. You're also gonna be very happy within a relationship. With this relationship though, your future self is letting you know that you need to be patient. With the King of Cups, I know water signs to be very emotional, but they don't really like expressing their emotions. I have Cancer in my I have Cancer in my rising, Venus and Mars. However, my Mercury's in Leo and my moon's in Aries, so I am a little bit more vocal about my feelings. But with them, like, I understand what it's like how deeply you feel as a water sign. My sister's a Cancer, my father is a Pisces, and they do not talk about their emotions at all. Like, and it pisses them off when you try to. So like, this person is gonna feel very deeply for you, but it might take them some time, especially with the Temperance card here. It might take them some time to actually express it verbally. They will express it through the way they treat you and the way they make you feel and how safe they make you feel. And with the High Priestess here, you just have to kind of just know that this person feels for you. And then with the Page of Wands, don't let other people's words come and try to like make you feel insecure. You know, feed into your inner child and just have that like naive trust that things will work out. Because honestly, what you think in your mind is what manifests, and that's how you're gonna react and like respond to people and like act around this person. And if you love openly and freely, then even if things don't work out with this person, not saying I won't, right? But say it doesn't, you don't lose anything, that person does, you know? You still love freely. So always stay open and free with giving and receiving love, basically. But yeah, this person is going to feel, there's a world, first it was a Tower, then the Wheel of Fortune, and then the Nine of Cups. This person's whole life changed for the better when you came into their life. You made them see, like, you made them believe in love again. You made them like be happy again. You made them like, you made their life amazing. So things are going to work out. This person does really feel deeply, and like, this person truly feels deeply for you. So just be open and receiving to that type of love, and things will be like really great. You know, don't let your insecurities get in the way and nothing like that. Just be confident in yourself. Continue to focus on yourself and your bag and your hobbies and your goals and your sources of income, like I started the reading off with. Okay, we'll continue to focus on that, because that's why this person's coming in anyway, and that's how the relationship's gonna work. Because since you're so busy focused on the 7 sources of income and growing that, you don't really have time to be worried about what somebody else is doing, because that person's also working on building their fortune in their future, for not only them but for you, your children, and your future together. Okay, so continue doing your part. They're gonna do their part, and you guys are gonna be great in the end. You guys are great partners. You guys are great, like, you guys are in balance, in harmony, in alignment, in tune with each other, and your highest path right now. So make sure that you continue to stay on that path. But those are your message pile number 1. I love this reading so very much. This was fun to do. I love you guys so much. If you enjoyed this reading, also make sure to, if you enjoyed this reading as well, give this video a thumbs up and leave a comment below letting me know which pile you came from and how it resonated. Also be sure to subscribe to my channel with the bell notification on so you'll be notified whenever I upload. As I said earlier, you can check out my description box for everything, meaning a personal reading, to subscribe to my Patreon, any links to anything that you see, the decks I use, anything you see in this video, as well as the links to the rest of my platforms. I love each and every single one of you guys, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye. Okay, pile number 2. If you pick the photo of the girl with the earmuffs and the jumpsuit with a like beige bomber jacket, puffer jacket on, that's a puffer jacket, and she's in the woods, like in a cabin in the woods, and this is the reading for you, and the snow on the ground, it's cute. Okay, and then this is the reading for you. So Lord Heavenly Father, please tap me into pile number 2's energy, so I may deliver these messages to them with accuracy, precision, honesty, and truth for the good of all, and harm to none. Lord Heavenly Father, also please send any negative energy that's being sent to my pile number 2's back to the sender tenfold. Amen. Okay, so looking at this photo, you could be going on a vacation, or like a vacation on a trip into a, like at a cabin, or you will like next year around winter time, or like around winter time, depending on when you're watching. This is the time of this reading. So also your wardrobe is going to be like spot on, real cute. Okay, but I'm going to be using 3 different tarot decks. I'm also hearing that you're going to be buying woods. Like, maybe you're buying a cabin or buying, like, a tree to plant in the woods. Or you're just buying land, like acres of land. Or you could be buying, yeah, like acres of land in, like, Atlanta or something like that. Where it's like, not developed yet. There's a lot of places like that. I'm seeing, like, Atlanta, South Carolina, North Carolina, Florida, Texas. You could also have a barn or buy a barn or like a vineyard and have like a wine tasting, a winery. Yeah, or like a, like something about like apple picking, apricot picking, things like that. Okay, but like something about nature. You could just also just love going on nature or going on like some type of retreat, like wellness retreat. Could be going vegan as well, living off the land, going off the grid, I'm hearing. Or just like taking some time away from social media or something like that. Okay. I'm also hearing you could be an earth sign, but that doesn't really matter. Okay, so, oh my gosh, relax. This is the Stellar Lunar, oh, so many cards. Stellar Lunar Tarot deck that I'm using first. Okay, I love this deck. The illustrations is so nice. I just have a hard time shuffling it because it gets stuck together and then too many cards come out at the same time. Messages from your higher self, please. Okay, so we have the 5 of Swords. Messages from your future self. Sorry, messages from your future self. I put the 5 of Swords back because I asked the wrong thing. Messages from your future self. Messages from your future self. We have the 10 of Cups. Sorry, there was 3 cards stuck to it, and I'm sorry, y'all was probably like, yeah, 10 of Cups. I'm sorry, if it's meant to come out, it'll come out, I promise. We have the 4 of Pentacles. Messages from your future self. Oh my gosh. Messages from your future self. That's what I mean. It was doing so well in the first one. Messages from your future self. Messages from your future self. Messages from your future self. We have the Knight of Pentacles. Messages from your future self. Messages from your future self. Too many cards. Messages from your future self. We have the Temperance card, so you could be a Sagittarius. Messages from your future self. We have a lot of Pentacles out here. The first 2 cards that came out was Pentacles. I told you it was Earth sign, Earth energy. Messages from your future self. 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 Oh my gosh. Okay. Yeah, we'll take these because there's 2 and I need 2. So we have the Chariot, so Cancer, and then Judgment, which is Libra. I looked it up because the other card was just confusing me. I think they had Scorpio on Judgment. And I'm just like, that Judgment is Libra. Like, because Libras is all about justice, about fairness, about like balance and such and that. What are you talking about? But on the deck we have the Queen of Swords coming out. Okay, what does your future self want to say? The base storyline, black and white. What is it? Okay, so I see that you had to be very not lucrative. Stingy, but that's not really the word I'm looking for. Like, you have to frugal, that's it. You have to be very frugal with your finances, right? You couldn't really spend as you wanted to, you couldn't really buy things as you wanted to. With the Knight of Pentacles, things was going really slow. Like, you was getting to the money, you was getting to the bag, but it was coming slowly. So you could have been like in school, you could have been like interning. You guys are so loud, it's so rude. People live here, like, there's people walking my hallway, so loud. When I hear that, I'll be like, wait a minute, can y'all be hearing me when I'm inside? Embarrassing. But anyway, you have to be frugal, you could, like, with your finances. And like, yeah, you was getting to money, you was getting to the bag, you was building it, you was putting down that foundation in order to have it, but it was taking some time. Like say you was a doctor, like you was working towards being a surgeon, that takes forever. Like you have to do 4 years of undergrad, 4 years of medical school, then 5 years of interning and residency. Hello, like yes, you get paid during internships and residency, but it's not like what you're gonna make if you're an actual surgeon, you know. So it's a lot of money that yeah, that's another thing, it's a lot of money that you have to pour into something. But then so like maybe you was making money, like maybe you had like a part-time job or whatever the case is, so you had a job and you was making money, but then you was also going to school, paying for med school and all that shit, that stuff. So sorry. So you didn't really have time to be, or you didn't have the lucrative income, not lucrative, you didn't have the residual income that you needed, like the leftover money outside of like paying bills and things like that. You didn't have the residual income that you needed in order to be able to like live the life that you wanted to. Temperance card, like you have to be really patient and wait, and you have to really weigh your options and your priorities. You have to get your priorities straight, like point blank period. Like if you want this future that you wanted, then you have to put in that work, you have to put in that time, you have to focus, and you couldn't be swayed off your path. Okay. The Chariot, things are going to be moving a lot quicker for you with the ending with the Judgment, because you made the right choices, right? So say you want to be a surgeon and you stayed 10 toes in that, and you stayed focused with your head in the books, and you continued to study until you got to that point where you needed to be in order to become a surgeon. And now you're making bank, you're making 6 figures off the rip. Like, let's be so for real, okay? Like well within 6 figures. So yeah, you know, that is basically what your future self is saying. This is your future self, right? So they're letting you know, stay focused on your path, don't sway from your path, and keep going. You don't necessarily have to be a doctor. Don't worry if you like had the dreams of being, like you was going to school for being a doctor, but then you didn't want to be a doctor, so you left school. Personally, I was originally going to school to be a doctor, and then I stopped going to school because they made me leave a medical leave because I was very, very, very depressed, because clearly that wasn't my sole purpose. Okay, I wouldn't say I never want to be a doctor. I still plan on going to medical school one day, maybe, if I have time. Like if I have free time and I get bored one day, that's why I end up coming back to college, right? Okay, but that's not really my dream, that's not my goal, that's not my vision, that's not my purpose in life. It's just what helped me along my journey, because I prefer holistic healing, but going to school for medical stuff will help. I'm also an esthetician, right? So if I go to school for biology or some type of science, I can do more with my esthetician license, right? Again, not my main goal in life, it's just a hobby that I do at the side, right? So going to school is a hobby for me personally. My focus is music and creating and things like that. So if that is your dream, then that can also be you focused on that. Like you kept your focus on going to, like, writing a new song every day and going to the studio and recording your music, and you know, making sure you mix and master it, and doing photo shoots and video shoots and getting your music videos out and doing performances and going to podcasts and all that stuff, and you kept your focus. And I'm seeing like 10 years from now that you will be very successful. I'm not saying that I'm not saying you have to wait 10 years to get success, but I'm saying in 10 years from now you're going to be like in the Hall of Fame. If you do like acting, you'll have like the star on the Walk of Fame in Hollywood. 10 years from now, you're going to be established as a legend in your field, whatever field you're in. Okay? Whether it's something like law, medicine, music, acting, anything like that. Something in the arts, something in the entertainment field, something in, not even if you're a therapist or, you know, holistic, or you do like social media or whatever the case is. It doesn't matter what field you're in. Whatever field you're in, stay 10 toes and be like hyper focused, okay? Hyper focused on your field, and you got it. Well, yeah, they're saying that you're gonna be that you are gonna be hyper focused, and then because you're hyper focused, you start to see progression in it, like great progression, and you end up a legend in your field. Okay, I'm pulling from the Light Seers Tarot deck right now. Can you just be a little cuter than that? I kind of want to take that though, because we have the Queen of Swords in here. Also, a lot of people are going to be coming to you for advice and asking you for advice. Like you're going to be doing, I'm seeing like a TED Talk, like, and not just like a regular TED Talk that like on social media, like a joke one. Like no, like you're like that you'll be on the platform TED Talk, and you'll be going to the actual TED Talk, because like TED Talk is an actual like organization of platform or like company, whatever the case is, like that. Like think Coachella, like this, like yes, there's music festivals, but then there's Coachella. So like yes, there's podcasts and like things where you can go to speak, like speaking engagements and such like that. But I see you on actual TED Talk. Okay, yeah. And I'm seeing you being someone like, what's his name? Michael Brown, is that his name? He's like a motivational speaker, or think Abraham Hicks, Esther Hicks, like something like that, where a lot of people will be paying to hear you speak at like your speaking engagements. Messages from your higher self. Oh, I'm thinking like a Nobel Peace Prize. Like say you do medicine. Yeah, like you'll be doing Nobel Peace Prize, or you'll have like honorary degrees. Like even if you have a degree, whether you have a degree or not, it doesn't matter. You'll have additional degrees because you'll have honorary degrees because of how much advancements that you have contributed to that field. We have the 5 of Cups. Like Kanye West had an honorary degrees in the arts from some college, I don't remember. And there's like a bunch of people who are like that. So I think he lost it because of his stupidness that he was doing. My mom was always like, oh yeah, you see, this is why, you know, you should go to college, because then no one can take away your degree. Honorary degrees is dumb because they can always just take it away. Yeah, yeah. I'm just like, okay, mommy, but think about it. If that person got an honorary degree, I don't think they care about actually getting a degree because they know all the information that they need to in order to get the degree. And they was able to make a fortune without the degree. So I don't think they really care. Like your thought process is a little flawed in that situation. But I do get what you're saying. Personally, I want honorary degrees because that just means that the colleges understand that I know what you're teaching. I can teach what you're teaching enough for you to give me a degree for it. You know, personally, I want a bunch of honorary degrees, but that's not the point. Like imagine an honorary PhD. Let's be so for real. Okay, anyway, messages from your future self. We have the 4 of Pentacles coming out again. Crazy. We also have the Moon card coming out. So it could be a Pisces as well. Pisces, Cancer, Libra, Sagittarius, remember. And then we have the Magician coming out. So Virgo and Gemini as well. One more card. Messages from your future self. We have the Knight of Cups. Okay. Also, I like you guys. Who subscribed to me, because I love this energy. Like you're gonna get married. I love that message. I love when that message comes through. But you're gonna get married. Okay, we have the 4 of Swords at the bottom of the deck. I see that you also could have like, okay, so I was hearing no, I'm not, like, you know, so, and I was hearing, oh my gosh, and then so the Queen of Swords from the other deck that I was using, the Stella Luna, the Queen of Swords was like slipping, and then the 2 of Cups came out. You're gonna get married. Not only are you gonna get married, but you're gonna get married to your twin flame. Not, your soulmate. It could be your twin flame. I don't really care about that stuff. Your soulmate though, like, you know, whoever got prepares for you. But yeah, so okay, so I see that you will also, okay, so your future self is saying to, even when you have this money coming in, don't be out here sharing with people. And I don't mean to not be generous and to be like, you know, but you still have to be frugal even when you start seeing yourself having more money, because you need that money to prepare you for the future. Okay, don't let everybody know about your finances. Don't let everybody know about how much money you have. Save it, invest it, so you can have compound interest, you know, like before you go out buying designer so you can be all decked out, but then you have no more money in your bank account, or you know, barely have it in your bank account. Make sure that you are putting it into investments and your stocks and your savings and things like that. Like buy things that will make you more money. Buy assets before you start investing in liabilities. Okay, and yes, there are some bags that are investment pieces. However, you should have like stocks and bonds and a house and car before you start investing in like investment pieces. And I'm not saying don't treat yourself at all, but don't go crazy always buying an investment piece. You know, continue to be frugal even when you have money, because the thing is, if you can't buy it twice, you can't afford it. And I'm gonna tell you, if you can't buy it 3 times, you can't afford it. If you buy a $2,000 bag, if you can't walk around with $2,000 in that bag, do not buy the bag. That's why I haven't bought myself the Gucci bag I wanted for years now. It's been on my, it's been on my vision board for years now, and I have not. I'm back. Sorry, my camera died. I have to change the battery. But yeah, I've had this bag on my vision board for years now, and I haven't bought it yet because I have other things in mind. So think about it, right? if you invest, like I have Robinhood and I use Robinhood to invest stocks, and I also use Coinbase to invest in crypto, right? If you have, let me fix that, right? So if you have $2,000 and saved and invested in your Robinhood, right, then you will always have enough money to be able to afford a bag for $2,000, right? So first invest, so you can have that foundation, that baseline where you feel as though you're safe. Like if anything goes wrong, whatever the case is, you have backup money. And on top of that, when you invest in stocks, that's how you make your money work for you, right? Especially if you are investing in stocks that pay out dividends, because once you get invest in stocks that have dividends, then you'll get quarterly pay. Well, depending on which stock it is, the ones that I invest in, they pay me out quarterly. And then I take that money that I make from my dividends and I put it back into the stocks, and then that's called compound interest, because now I have more shares in that company, in that stock. So then the next time I get paid dividends, I get paid more. Plus also, I just always throw money in there here and there. Whenever I have extra money, I just put it in there, yada yada yada. I'm more so to put money into my stocks than my savings, because my savings, I see that as my second check-ins account since I have such easy access. However, my Robinhood, it takes days for it to like release, and then it takes extra days to actually get into my bank account. So that takes too long. So personally, I took money out of there years ago because I had like a good amount of thousands in my thing, and I had to take money out years ago to pay for something. And that's what I mean. Once you have that baseline, you always feel that sense of security, because you'll always have extra money just laying around that's building on top of itself, with like it's increasing without you actually having to check it or look at it or whatever the case is. Like I was looking at my Robinhood like a month ago, and then I looked at it the other day and I had more money in there, and I didn't put more money in there. You know what I'm saying? So the end, my goal, I'm not going to tell you, but yeah, so basically what I'm saying is invest in stocks and things like that first, because you will always have that sense of security, and then your money is literally working for you. Like you're gonna make money. Like I'm literally trying to build my portfolio so that can be a source of income within itself, like a stable source of income where I can pay my bills with the dividends I'm paid. You know, I can pay all my bills. I can pay my mortgage, my rent, everything, my car note. I can pay everything with just my dividends, so that any other money that I'm making from anything else can literally just go to whatever I want. Everything else I make, all the money out, like everything, all the rest of the money I'm making is residual income, basically, you know. So that's my goal. So yeah, your future self is saying, you don't necessarily have to do that, but your future self is saying, you've been trying to manifest money. This is a great way to manifest that money. Don't let people know how much. Don't wear your money. A lot of people are wearing their money. You know, I was reading, I either read something or looked somewhere, and it was like how white people see Jordans as like broke people's shoes, because a lot of times people are buying a bunch of Jordans, but then they don't have money to eat food. Like there's a lot of people who's on food stamps and can't pay the rent, living paycheck to paycheck, but yet they have so many Jordans lined up across the bedroom wall. You know, so it's like they see it as like a poor person's shoe because they're wearing their money. You know, not to insult the black community, because hello, I'm black, but like facts. Like my parents was never one to buy. I never bought Jordans. Like any Jordans I own was gifted to me. Any Jordans that I owned was gifted to me. I never spent my own money on Jordans. But yeah, I'm gonna pull from the last deck of cards, which is the Modern Witch Tarot. Yeah, also, you're going to marry a hopeless romantic, somebody who's very sweet, very kind. Could be a water sign with the moon. Could be either a Pisces, Cancer, Gemini, Virgo, Libra, Sagittarius. Doesn't have to be, again, because again, there's gonna be some moon, rising, Venus, and Jupiter, so you probably don't even know the person's moon, rising, Venus, and Jupiter, to be honest. But this person is just gonna make you feel safe, make you feel loved, make you feel like they're gonna cater. They're just gonna give you, I don't want to say butterflies, because apparently that's anxiety, but like they're gonna make you feel all warm and gooey inside. You know, they're gonna make your heart melt. Okay, We have the Seven of Wands. They're also going to make you feel like you can let your guard down. And we have the Nine of Wands. That's so funny because I was thinking that. I was like, you might still be in that sense where you feel as though you have to have your walls up and have boundaries up because of past experiences. But that was just because the people from the past wasn't the right one for you. Those people could have honestly been traumatized themselves, so then they were traumatizing you because hurt people are hurt people. But this person is somebody who probably grew up from like a really nice neighborhood. The Four of Pentacles coming out again. Yo, the first one, it came out the first deck, it came out the first card. Second deck, it came out the second card. Third deck came out the third card. They're telling you, be frugal with your finances. It doesn't matter. Oh my gosh, did the High Priestess come out? No, not for this deck. It was a different deck, a different pile. But the High Priestess as well. So Pisces. I said Pisces already though because of the Moon card. I see this from your higher self. Yeah, just be frugal with your money. Like, and then we have the Nine of Pentacles. And okay, so I'm getting, and then the Knight of Pentacles as well. So that's the second time this card came out. You probably are going to buy a house before you can just start splurging. But then even that, I feel like anything that you splurge on, like your future self is saying, don't just be out. I ran out of space. My apologies. We got to wrap this up at this point. Okay. Learn financial literacy. Understand where to put your money in and what would be smart. Even when you are spending, say you're splurging, make sure you're splurging on a house. That can also make you, like, maybe you like land, you like houses, right? And you want to buy a mansion here and a house there and a mansion there and a cabin there. Because I was also saying that you guys own a cabin, you might own a bunch of acres of land, things like that. Figure out how to make those purchases make you money, basically, right? You buy you buy acres, and you buy a barn and, like, you know, a vineyard. Open up a winery so you can do wine tasting and people can go apple picking and apricot picking, things like that, like annually, so then they can make money, like have a pumpkin patch and things like that. So you're also making money off of that land. If you buy another house somewhere or a mansion somewhere and then you know you're not going to be living there all year round, make sure that you're renting it out or you list it on Airbnb and you're Airbnb-ing it out. So you're having land, yes, but you're not technically paying for it. You might have to put the down payment in. But once you have more than one, once you have, like, you live in one house, then you buy another house, maybe you have to put the down payment for that house too. But then you rent out that second house. So and then that whoever's living in that house is paying the mortgage, and then also you have extra money left over. So then you save up that money, like the extra money left over, and then you use that money that you're making, that you've been saving from the second house, and then you use that money you've been saving to buy a third house. So then technically after the second house, you don't even have to pay out of pocket for your down payment. The person who's paying the rent for the second house, who's also paying the mortgage of the second house, is also paying for the down payment for the third house, and so on and so forth, right? So learn how to not use your money to pay for things. That's what rich people never use their own money. They also never have anything written in their own name. It's either under the LLC or corporation or under a trust, and those be under each other. You know, nothing is written in a name. Nothing is written in a name. Nothing is written in their name, and they do not use their own money to pay for anything. So get into that mindset of not using your own money, because rich people do not use their own money for anything. They always write everything off of taxes. There's loopholes, and there's loopholes for everything. I'm not going to hold you. But I'm also seeing that you're going to be living in a very beautiful house. With the Nine of Pentacles, you're going to be living in a very beautiful house with your spouse, your soulmate, twin flame, whatever you want to call it. Don't get hung up on the name, on the titles of things. And you're going to have a beautiful yard. Again, like, very fruitful. So you could be planting, you could have like you grow fruits and vegetables in your backyard, or maybe you want to farm, like I said, like having apricots in a vineyard and a barn and, you know, a farm basically, and having all these things, like having fresh produce in your backyard that you can just go and pick. Yeah, but pile number 2, though, that is your reading. I hope it resonated. If it did, make sure. Oh, also, for the people who are very tapped in, you're just either gonna get very close. Your relationship with the divine is gonna get really close. So whether it's God, Allah, Buddha, spirit, your spirit team, spirit animals, whatever the case is, your ancestors, all that stuff, you're going to get a lot closer to them. Also, your manifestation powers is going to be increasing. If you do like witchcraft, like you set intentions, like candle and set intention, things like that, it's gonna get stronger. If you make like your own perfumes and like incense, you know, things like that, then those are going to start working a lot quicker and faster as well. And manifestations that you had put into place, the last portal. So this is right now, I'm recording this on the 16th of December. So the last most recent portal was the 12 portal, and it was also the new moon in Sagittarius. Right, so if you set intentions for that, those are going to be coming true. Also, the if you're watching this at a later date, whatever portal was the most recent portal, then that is when the manifestations that you have put in place for that is going to come true, or the closest new moon, basically. But yeah, those are your messages, pile number 2. I hope it resonated. If it did, make sure to give this video a thumbs up and leave a comment below letting me know which pile you came from and how it resonated. Also, be sure to subscribe to my channel with the bell notification on so you'll be notified whenever I upload. All the information you need from me is in the description box: how to book a personal reading, how to subscribe to my Patreon, how to donate to the channel, the links to the rest of my platforms, and the links to all the cards that I used today are all in the description box below. I love you guys so very much, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye. Okay, pile number 3. If you pick the photo of, I think this is a coffee table that's decorated with a bunch of gold and white. There's a bunch of flowers. I don't know if it's real flowers. And then there's a Christmas tree decorated in the back. Oh, and those are coasters and a candle. And this is the reading for you. So Lord Heavenly Father, please tap me into pile number 3's energy so I may deliver these messages to them with accuracy and precision, honesty and truth, for the good of all and harm to none. Lord Heavenly Father, also please send any negative energy that's being sent to my pile number 3's back to the sender tenfold. Amen. So what messages does your higher self, your future self, my apologies, what messages does your future self have for you? I've been loving this reading today. I'm not gonna hold you. Your future selves are coming through with some really great advice for you to set you up very well for the future. So yeah, more fortune. Okay, messages from your future self. They said to shuffle it this way as well. Messages from your future self. Messages from your future self. Okay, fix the deck. Messages from your future self. Lord Heavenly Father, please come through with pile number 3's future self. What messages does the future self have for pile number 3? Okay, we have the 2 of Wands and the Magician. So could be a Gemini or Virgo. Sun, rising, Venus, Jupiter. Messages from your future self. My apartment be making the weirdest noises. Oh my gosh. We have the 7 of Swords. Yeah. I hope those are my neighbors because what? They've been making themselves known. I'll be like, oh my gosh, please. I had a friend who was staying with me before, and my apartment used to make noises at night. So when I would wake up, they would be like, your apartment's haunted. I'd be like, you don't see the crystals? You don't see the tarot cards? Like, duh. It's not haunted. It just has my spirit team be chilling. God be chilling here. God, Jesus, all the good stuff. Like, they be coming and chilling with me. We got the moon card coming out as well. Like, I tell you, God will sit on my couch and we'll sit down and have a conversation. I give my spirit team free range to chill in my apartment. They can come and go. They got the keys. They got the keys to the crib. But it's from your future self. But it's only good spirits. Like, I promise. It's only high vibrating and like entities. Be God, be Jesus. We got the hangman. Wait, no, hold on. That was not supposed to come out. Hold on. Messages from your future self. I'm distracted. Sorry. I'm not, but messages from your future self. I'm supposed to come out. I'll come out again. Messages from your future self. By the 2nd or 3rd night, he was like, oh, and it was a friend. They were sleeping on the couch because they needed a place to stay. They was like, oh, it was your freezer. making ice. I was like, anyway, messages from your future self. Oh, look, it's the sun coming through. Hi. I'm a Leo, so I get excited whenever I see a Leo card. Messages from your future self, please. Okay, we have the... There we go. Oh my gosh, please. It was 2 cards. I need 1. Messages from your future self. Okay, there we go. We have the Wheel of Fortune. Okay, thank you. And then bottom of the deck, we have Judgment. Okay, baseline messages from your future self. What are you trying to come through and say? What does your future self have to say to you? Your manifestations are coming through, or the most recent manifestations that you just received is going to change your life forever, for the better forever. Like your life, you can never go back to how things used to be. They are set in stone. This is a new foundation. This is a new bottom line for you. Right now where you are is your new rock bottom. Okay, and anything from here on out is up from here. This is like the least amount of money you'll ever be making, the least amount of money you'll have, the hardest life is gonna be, whatever the case is. Like, say you just graduated college, like you can't ever go back to not having a degree, right? Or if you just finished a semester, you can't ever go back to not having those credits, right? Where you, I mean, unless you transfer, but don't do that. Personally, it's hell when you transfer. Like, I'm not gonna hold you, just stick it out. Yeah, okay, but yeah, so yeah, but basically like that, right? If you just got a new job, you will always be able to say that you had that job, and it's probably like a higher job than you used to have, right? Or if you just monetize the platform, you will never not be monetized again, you know? If you just learn how to make some new source of income, you will never not know how to make that source of income ever again, right? Whatever it is that you just completed, you just manifested, whatever the case is, then no one can ever take that away from you. You will always have that, whether it's knowledge, whether it's an achievement, accomplishment, whether it's a new mindset or understanding something new, a new relationship, whatever the case is. And yes, somebody can take away your relationship, like technically, but I feel like the relationship you're in is a very stable, healthy dynamic where it's like, this is it, like you guys are set, like you guys know how to work with each other, you guys know how to communicate with each other, you guys know how to make things work, you know how to overcome you guys know how to overcome conflict and challenges. So regardless, like technically you guys can end up breaking up, but I just don't feel like that's the vibe. This is giving you're quantum leaping into another reality where this is, I don't want it to sound so which I mean, I feel like you like that. Maybe the quantum leap jump meditation, you know? Like you literally are just like on another timeline, or like you just have a completely different mindset. Like you have a mindset shift where it's just like and no one can take that away from you, because you realize that life is better when you act this way. Maybe you just develop new habits, like daily habits, where you completely change your lifestyle around. You know, maybe you start eating healthier, maybe you went vegan, maybe you started going for walks again. I started going for walks again. I loved it. You know, like you implemented something in your life that made you realize that life is a lot better when it's like this, and so because of that, you just continue to keep going that way, and you won't change. Because if you was like, you won't take it out of your routine, or you won't change that, because if you were, it would make your life go back to where it used to be, which wasn't as good as what it is now. And you like where your life is now, better now here, so you're going to continue to implement those habits, or your future self is telling you to continue to implement these habits, because they are going to continue to make your life better, and it's going to make your life better even more than you know. Right? There's a lot of things hidden from you. So say you just started working out consistently, or going for walks consistently, or eating healthily consistently, and you liked how it's been making you feel, it's been making you lose weight, and it's been making you like the way you feel and look in the mirror and things like that. But you've only been doing it for like a week, or like a month, or you know, a couple months. And so the universe, your future self, is telling you that you don't even know how far it's going to take you. You don't even know how good it's going to make you feel. There's a lot of things hidden from you still that you aren't aware of yet. But if you stay on this path, because you stay on this path, it's gonna get a lot better, even more. In the middle of the pile, or the middle of the spread, we have the 7 of Swords, which is about like deception. and rumors and negative energy being sent your way. So do know that because of this new lifestyle, this mindset shift, there's going to be people who are okay, I'm hearing, they don't even want me to say that. They want, your future self wants me to say this instead. Your new mindset shift is making you invincible to anyone who may try to stop this. Because your new mindset shift is you're no longer having anxiety about like your relationship and your partner. You feel comfortable with them. You guys been together for so long, or you know, you're so within yourself and like sure of yourself that you're sure that your partner will be loyal to you and committed to you as well. And even if the partner isn't and they leave you, you're so, again, sure of yourself. Like, you want to say fully yourself, but that's like the negative version of what people, like, you know, with the Seven of Swords people are saying. But that's not what your higher self is trying to get across. You're so sure of yourself, and that's what your higher self is saying. There's sureness within yourself. Like, this is giving great confidence and love within self. You're so sure of yourself that you don't need outside validation. You're not going to be running to social media and posting your person, or, you know, having your person post you. Or even if you do post each other, if somebody's liking, you know, the other one's photo, or reaching out to one of you guys and trying to, like, you know, steal the other one from the other one, like, you know, whether they're DMing you and trying to steal you from your spouse or your partner, or they're DMing your partner and trying to steal your partner from you, whatever the case is, you guys are not even focused on that, because you guys are so focused on each other, yourselves. Like, first of all, you don't even really have time to be dating around because of how focused on yourself, your path, your destiny, you know, the life that you're creating for yourself, that you don't even have time to date, really. But you love this person and this person loves you, that you give each other the time, right? So if somebody else was to try and come and take your attention, you wouldn't even have the time to try to entertain them, because you're so focused on yourself and your career that you barely even have time for as much time for your partner as you want to have for them. So how would you have time for anybody else, you know? So yeah. Also, your future self wants you to know that your partner has more feelings for you than you know, more than they can express, more than they have expressed, that they really do have deep feelings for you, and they want to go the long haul with you, and things in the dynamic of your situation is going to change for the better, meaning you guys will either, you know, be official if you're not official yet, end up engaged, married, moving in together, investing in one another, whatever, having children together, whatever the case is. But there's going to be some huge shift that's going to propel you guys forward in life, in the relationship. Again, just remember to be sure to stay within that whole, like, peace within yourself, balance within yourself, and harmony, and sure of yourself. Like, don't even try to figure out what this person is thinking. Like, stay and focus on you. How do you feel about this person? Do you still love this person? Is this person you know, how does the person make you feel? How do you feel about this person? What are you thinking about the relationship? Don't even try to read their mind, because it's all about feeling. Like, feel the relationship. Don't try to be in this, like, the Seven of Swords. Don't try to be in the Swords energy, where you're trying to use the intellect and communicate and, like, read their mind, like telepathy, communication, but, like, through the mind. Don't even try to be like that. I mean, I feel like you guys, again, it's more so feeling, though. Like, I feel like it's like a misconception. Like, part of the way of how you can talk to communication is feeling that person and just knowing them and understanding them. So that's more so where you guys need to be, or where you guys are going to get. Like, your future self is coming through with the wisdom, because personally I didn't know that was just something I downloaded or channeled. Don't try to be in your head when you're trying to read the person's mind or communicate through telepathy with this person. Be in the heart space and the, like, ground, you know, or just use all 7 chakras, like, balance all 7 chakras, where it's like, okay, you're not just using your crown chakra or your third eye chakra, you're using all 7 of your chakras and having, like, a harmony and balance within yourself, where you just, like, you're using the grounding, where it's like, okay, I know this person, sexuality, sensuality, confidence, heart chakra, like the compassion and empathy, you know, vocalizing. So if you have to speak to this person and you get to know this person, so you can know how this person's minds work before you can try to read their mind. The third eye, like, seeing ahead, and the crown chakra, like, oneness, you know, how do you feel? Because if how you feel is probably how they feel about the situation as well, you know. So yeah, so trying to kind of not just being all in your head about things, but communicating it, feeling it, and knowing, and also don't let people's insecurities and projections affect you and your relationship, because they don't know your partner, your spouse better than you know them. So they're just giving you advice or whatever the case is based off of what you tell them. And honestly, how many times do we really just talk about our spouse, whatever, when we're complaining more than anything else? And or when somebody's looking on the outside in, people tend to project, like say your spouse does something like that hurts you or whatever the case is, they're going to be like, oh, leave that person, because I'm first to tell somebody to leave somebody. Especially me. I'd be so quick to tell somebody to leave somebody. That's because I had never been in love, so I don't really know what it's like to stay with somebody through it all, through the thick and thin. Until now, anyway, but so yeah, so like don't be going to other people who has never been in a committed relationship. Don't go to somebody who hasn't been where you want to be for advice. Point blank period. If you want advice on a relationship, on a healthy relationship, go to somebody who's been in a healthy relationship. Like if you want advice on your person who you want to marry, or you're in a marriage with, or you guys plan to get married, go to somebody who's in a healthy marriage and they've been married for years. Why would you go to somebody who hasn't ever been in a long-term committed relationship? Personally, me, I don't know why people come to me for relationship advice. I have never been in a long-term committed relationship. Come to me for self-love tips. I got you with that one. Like, no, I'm just joking. Honestly, I'm pretty good at giving relationship advice, if I do say so myself. Personally though, I just feel like some of my friends who come to me for advice, they be picking the wrong dude. So I do tell them to leave, because hello, why would you stay with that? Personally, how was it saying that? Like, I would say, like, if it's a good man, people make mistakes, whether you're a good man or not. Like, so it's just like, I'm somebody who will be like, okay, you can give them a chance, give them time, whatever the case is. If they're a good man. If they're literally trash, I'm gonna be like, leave them. Personally. Anyway, we're going to go into the Light Seers Tarot. The first deck we used was the Stellar Lunar Tarot. Okay, so we have the Seven of Swords coming out again. We also have the Two of Swords. Messages from your future self. We have the Eight of Wands. Messages from your future self. We have the Page of Swords. There's a lot of air energy, so Gemini, Libra, and Aquarius. And then we have the Nine of Wands coming out last, and then the Eight of Cups. Let me see. This is giving, okay, so yeah, being in your future self wants to emphasize you being in your head, you trying to make things, you trying to like put up illusions and like block things from like your partner seeing, or like not being true to yourself, not being honest and open and communicating, trying to make things move too quickly, or like force things to happen that aren't ready to, not taking the time to sit down and study things and actually like learn your person, whatever the case is, or having boundaries up and borders up and not really trying to talk to people and walking away from situations, like just being quick to walk away without ever putting in the work to actually try to heal things or develop relationships, whatever the case is going to keep you stuck and stagnant. Like, yeah, like I feel as though you're somebody, like you're your worst critic, you're your worst enemy, like your mind is. Like you have a lot of thoughts in your brain where, especially when it comes to like relationships, where you just think everyone's out to get you, you don't trust anyone, you can have like trust issues or commitment issues, things like that. You have attachment styles. You could also be a love bomber. Like you could love bomb and then pull away really quickly. Like you try to make things move really quickly in relationships and then you get over them within like a few months. We have the Two of Pentacles from your future self. We have the Strength card. We also have the Ace of Wands, so you could be a Leo. That's just from your future self. Not them clocking me. That's wild, disrespectful. That's just from your future self. You have the Fool card, the Pisces, because that's me. And then we have the Wheel of Fortune. So Leo, Aquarius, Taurus, and Scorpio. Bottom of the deck, the Sun card. They clocked me real hard. Oh, is this my pile? Oh. They read me to fill. That's crazy. Because personally, I do that. I be so in my head, and I think I don't trust nobody. I have trust issues and commitment issues, and I have walls and blocks up. I'm working on it. I'm working on it. I think I fixed it a little, but it's okay, because the good thing about being a Leo is if your card comes out, then that means it has to be a positive reading, because the Strength card and the Sun card are both very positive cards to come out to see in a reading, and the Wheel of Fortune. So if Leo's here, then that's a good read. Anyway, let me stop playing, like, get into the reading. Like, this isn't about me. Like, okay, so like I was saying, you being in that mindset of not trusting nobody, putting up walls and barriers, cutting people off real quick and walking away, it kept you safe at a time in your life. But baby girl, baby boy, it is time to move on from that. The people who you had to act that way with are long gone. They're gone and left, and they can't get to you no more. You ascended. You grew past that. Like, leave it. Take a really deep breath with me. Breathe in. Breathe out. And let it go. Let it go. Leave it in the past. You've been hurt. You've been battered. You've been bruised. And I get it. I understand. You've been heartbroken from friends, family, strangers, loved ones, friends, colleagues, co-workers, whatever the case is. You've been stabbed in the back time and time again and hurt and had the what is it, the wool pulled, the rug pulled from under you, or like wool put over your head. I don't know the sayings, you know what I mean though. People been lying to you and tricking you, the trickery, all that stuff. First of all, a lot of those people, they learned their lesson and they won't ever come to you that way again. Like the people who, like your family members, the people who have to be in your life, like the lifelong friends who, like the family friends who stay around because they're friends with the family, not just you, things like that. Like the people you still have to see, they learned their lesson a long time ago. They're not going to do you like that again. Okay? The people who, like the people who don't matter, they even learn their lesson. They regret it every single day. They pray to God every day that you will take them back or let them back in their life, or they'll get another chance, or they'll come across you again somehow, some way, you know, because they see that you're up now. You didn't really want me back then, but how long now? Because I'm up right now. That song's coming through. So that could resonate with you. You know, I don't even know the name of that song or who's it by. But if you do, leave a comment below. Let me know what song that is. Or go listen to it. And listening to it, because I want to know the name of the song. Okay. Yeah. Also, your future self wants you to know that they appreciate you and the strength that you had to keep going, keep pushing. Trigger warning. You could have wanted to unalive yourself, and they want to thank you for not doing that. Okay, you could have wanted to stop, you could have wanted to quit, you could have wanted to give up, and they appreciate you and thank you for the strength that you put in to not do it, because this is your future self. So they were they went through it with you, you know, so they understand what it was like and how hard it was for you to keep going and keep pushing. So they want to say thank you for keep pushing, thank you for keep going, because where you are now is life-changing. Whoa, I just peeped. We have the Wheel of Fortune on top of the Wheel of Fortune. This is why I like pulling from multiple decks, because what? That's not a coincidence. Do you know the odds? I literally just passed statistics with a B. So I'm gonna let you know they're very slim to none. Okay, it's not slim to none. It's probably like in the thousands, like 1 to 1,000 or something like that. Like a few thousands, you know. But still, like that's really rare. Like, are you kidding me? Like it's like 72 times 72 times 72. 1 to that. Okay, I'm not about to multiply 72 to, it's 1 over 72 squared cubed, 3 cubed. Okay, but again, nobody cares. No one's asking for that. But yeah, so Also, your future self is letting you know that you hold the magic touch. Like, you have the magic touch, you have the magic wand. You make things manifest into your life really quickly at this time in your life, wherever they are. I'm hearing like 3 years from now, you're gonna... That was great. Thank you. That was great. I'm sorry, I probably look so crazy today, but like my spiritual gifts has been improving a lot recently, and it's actually, it could be the fact that I started using fluoride free toothpaste again, because if you didn't know, fluoride calcifies your pineal gland. Your pineal gland is your third eye, so if you calcify your pineal gland, then it kind of blocks your messages. And I have been using fluoride toothpaste since I came back to college last year, like for the fall of 2022. And then I bought some fluoride free toothpaste like last week, so that's been helping. Also, I've been listening to subliminals. I've also just been praying and manifesting, strengthening my intuition, getting closer to God, spirit, my spirit team, my ancestors, all that good stuff. So all that has been coming into play and really like emphasizing my my skills having to come through, all that good stuff. Also, your future self is saying that you're going to be embarking on a new journey soon, and they're telling you not to be scared about it because it's going to change your life for the better. And that is where they want me to stop off. They say cliffhanger. they say cliffhanger, to be continued. Like, they want you to see it for yourself because it's about to be a movie. Oh, that's what they said. It's about to be a movie. You're the main character. Yeah, so make sure that you keep yourself the main character. You're the star. Okay, so yeah. Thank you guys so much for watching it. I hope it resonated and you enjoyed this reading. If it did, make sure to give this video a thumbs up and leave a comment below letting me know which part you came from and how it resonated. Also, be sure to subscribe to my channel with the bell notification on so you can be notified whenever I upload. Also, if you want any information from me, you can check the description box below where you can find how to book a personal reading, subscribe to my Patreon, how to donate to the channel, the links to the rest of my platforms, and all the links to all the tarot decks that I use in this reading. I love you guys so very much, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye.
If he really cares, 'cause I can